with my social media challenge. Now today I'm doing a makeup video for day number 42 of my social media challenge. As lots of you know, I've been really sick and I think I'm finally over it, or not completely. You can see I'm still kind of nasally, but almost over it. So I'm going to start doing my makeup videos and blogs to catch up with my own challenge. So anyway, so like I said, it's a makeup video for day number 42. What I was thankful for on day number 42 was something that we all have at least two of, at least biologically speaking. What am I talking about? Grandmas. So we all have two grandmas, whether we know them or not, or whether we're around them or not, or if they're still living or not, we all have two biological grandmothers. Now there are all kinds of grandmas. There are adoptive grandmas. If you're an adopted child, you have adoptive grandparents. If you're a foster child, you have foster grandparents. You know, when you were a kid, if your best friend named Sue lived with her grandma and you called her grandma, she's your, you know, other grandma. If you are like my family, my two oldest kids are from a previous marriage, so the mister's mom is not their biological grandmother. She calls herself their bonus grandma, and she refers to them as her bonus grandchildren. So there are also bonus grandmas out there. So lots of different kinds of grandmas out there, and I thought it would be a fun thing to do to pay tribute to them by doing a grandma tag. So I created 5 quick, easy questions for you guys to play along. So if you want to do that, you know, just grab the questions and do your own little video. And I would love it if you gave me a little link back to my video so that people might like me more and come and see me, and I would have more, you know, followers. That'd be fun. Anyways, so I personally have two grandmas. I have my biological grandmas, my dad's mom and my mom's mom. Now, my dad's mom passed away when I was about 3 years old. I don't remember much about her. I don't really know a whole lot about her, so I'm not doing my grandma tag on her. I do know that I'm named after her, or my middle name is named after her, and I know that she gave me my red hair, which I greatly appreciate because it's just about the only thing I like about myself. Anyway, so I'm not doing my tag about her, but I did love her too, and I called her mamaw. I just didn't know much about her. So I'm doing my grandma tag on my mom's mom. Now, my mom's mom has also passed away. She passed away on May 5th, 2011. Really, really miss her. I just loved her to pieces. So I'm going to do my grandma tag on her. So let's get started. Question number 1. What did you call your grandma, or what do you call your grandma, and why? Well, that's funny. I call my grandma Granny. I don't remember why. It's nothing near her name. Her name was Evelyn, so it wasn't anything like that. I'm not really sure. I need to ask my mom, I guess. But what's really funny is my cousin, who is one of my best friends and a YouTuber. I'll put the link to her channel below because her channel's awesome. She's like the best cook I know, and I stink at cooking. But anyways, we are exactly 9 months apart to the day. So she got to enjoy my granny 9 months longer than I did. But the interesting thing is that she calls her Nanny. And I'm not really sure where that difference came. I don't know if as I was growing up I heard her say Nanny and I tried to pronounce it and came out with Granny. I don't really know. But it's Nanny or Granny. Either way, she was a special lady. So there you have it. Question number 2. What does your grandma's house smell like? Well, I'll tell you. I think all grandma's houses have a distinctive smell, something that's kind of nostalgic. Well, my grandmother's house always smelled like the same thing. Not one thing, but a lot of the same thing. Food. My granny loved to cook. In fact, it was very hard for her to pass up a recipe in a magazine without grabbing a piece of some sort of scrap paper and writing it down. In fact, I think I have a few of her recipes with me. If I do, I'll snap a picture of them and put them at the end of this. The thing that I really love about my grandma's recipes is that her handwriting was very distinctive, and so just looking at the recipes really makes me feel close to her. So I don't know, I like reading the recipes, and she sometimes used her own words, and so they make me laugh. Anyways, so her house always smelled like food. And so her favorite recipe that I love is her skillet meatloaf, which I can't share with you guys because it's a family secret. But if I ever meet you and you want me to cook for you, there's only about 5 things I can cook, and skillet meatloaf is one of them. If you like a dry meatloaf, you won't like it. It's a very saucy, cheesy, rich meatloaf, and you make it on the stove top, and it's, holy cow, it's so good. It's just, yeah. Question number 3. Can you name something that your grandma is known for wearing a lot? Yes, absolutely. My granny loved to wear scrubs, so we would often go shopping for scrub tops. Now, I think she liked them for lots of reasons. 1, they're roomy and comfortable. Number 2, they have pockets, so you don't really have need for purses and that kind of thing. And 3, she loved the cute little animal print and stuff on them. So I found it interesting. Back then, I didn't think they were that cute. And I just went shopping with her because that was fun. But now that I'm in medical billing, I get to wear scrubs to work, and I find myself looking for the ones with the cutest little animals. And I always think about her when I go scrub shopping. So my granny loved to wear scrubs, and I love that she passed that love on to me later on in life anyway. Question number 4. Is there anything that you enjoy doing with your grandmother? Yes, I loved to go thrift shopping with my granny. There was this main store that we liked called Thrift Town, and I still go there sometimes, mainly just for her. I don't really buy a lot there anymore, but we loved to go thrift shopping and see what we could find. One of my favorite memories from one day when we went thrift shopping, it was after my grandmother I don't remember if she was in her wheelchair or her walker. I think she was in her wheelchair by this point. But we're in Thrift Town, and sometimes we would kind of be on separate aisles, and I was at the end of one aisle, kind of near the shoes, and my granny was scooting her little self along in her wheelchair, or maybe her walker, I'm not sure. But all of a sudden, she yelled, okay, so you guys know I go by Kat, but growing up, my first name is Kathy, my middle name is Lynn, and so my family called me Kathy Lynn. And so all of a sudden, there's people all around, and my granny yells, "Kathy Lynn, I really need some new thongs. Do you see any thongs over there that'll fit me?" She didn't mean thongs. She meant flip-flops. But I guess my granny grew up calling flip-flops thongs. Well, that's not what I call a thong. So, yeah, I was like, "Granny, you can't say that in here." Excuse me. Anyways, I remember that I laughed until I almost peed my pants. She thought I was nuts because she didn't have any idea what I was talking about. I think my mom might have been with us that day. I can't remember, but gosh, that was funny. So I love to go thrift shopping with my granny. It was a lot of fun, and I think about her now when I go. The last question is there anything that your grandma passed on to you? And this can be a trait or it can be an item. My grandma passed on a couple of things to me. Number 1, her love for Avon. I sold Avon a couple of times, and I really like it. It's just so time consuming that I don't have time in my life for it, but I still love Avon products, and I still go buy Avon all the time. In fact, my favorite mascara that I wear is from Avon, and my eyeliner. I can't imagine using any other eyeliner or mascara. So, in fact, I will put the names of those below. I probably have put them in another video before because I love them. Another thing that she passed on to me was the love of a good book. My granny was always reading a book, usually from a thrift store. And so Danielle Steele I loved to read through my grandma. Stephen King, she loved. Oh gosh, there's some other authors. I've just drawn a blank. But anyway, so the love of reading my grandma passed on to me. A good bargain. Hey, anybody likes that. But my granny knew how to really get a good bargain. She didn't matter if it had a price tag. She was going to ask you to go lower. So that was always fun. And the last thing, a love of food. Yeah, I love me some food. Do you know what my favorite thing to eat is? It's food. I love food. I love to eat food. In fact, I kind of want meatloaf for lunch now. We'll see if that happens. But the one thing that my granny had that I hope she passes on to me in my old age is her sweet, sweet spirit. She was just the sweetest, sweetest woman. She had a way about her that always made you laugh and giggle, and anyways, I super uber miss her. I do have a small video clip from one of the last times that I seen her, where she was, my cousin lives in Washington State, and so she wasn't able to be here to see my granny in the end, and so I videotaped her right after I got my first iPhone. I videotaped my granny saying a little message to my cousin, just telling her, that she loved her. So I'll see if I can find that little clip and put that in. I know my cousin will appreciate it. So anyways, that's it. That's the grandma tag. And this video was a really long one today. I try to keep them under 7 minutes because that's what smart people say you should do. But this one, you know, your grandmas, they're important people. And so I think that a long video to talk about them is probably worthy. So anyways, remember guys, if you guys are playing along with my social media challenge and you're posting every single day on some social media site that you like about what you're thankful for that day, make sure you use the hashtag 365SMC so that I can follow along. Now that I'm feeling so much better, I'll be able to kind of get back into the groove of things, and I would love to see some of the things you guys have recently posted. Remember, you can do Instagram or YouTube or you know, WordPress or your blog or your vlog or, you know, whatever. Just I said Instagram. Tweet. You can Twitter. You can tweet. Oh gosh, I'm hungry. Anyways, so guys, I gotta get, and maybe I'll do another video, you know, the one that's actually due today. Maybe I'll get that up in a little bit, but I gotta get this place open for these customers. So anyways, thanks so much guys, and I may see you later today, but if not, I will see you tomorrow. Bye.
Go ahead and talk. I'm recording you.
You can tell Angie anything you want to now.
Hello, Angie. I love you. I hope you can see sometime. You good little deal here. I'm doing pretty good.
She is doing very good today.
She's going back to rehab, maybe.
Me and my mommy say hi.
Hi.